Yo, welcome back to the Nerds with Glasses podcast. I am your host, Knowledge.
And I'm Javi. What's up, guys? Let's go. Today we're going to be talking about something, I guess we're a little bit late on. The news came out last week, but we wanted to give a little, opinion on
Yeah, because we're kind of busy with The Last of Us and other stuff, so we didn't get to put our podcast out last week.
Yeah.
But this is a big story, obviously.
Right. And the story is, Twitch was bought out by Google.
Yeah, which has been rumored now for months, but officially now.
Yeah, I mean, it was bought out by YouTube, technically, but technically...
By Google. No, it was by Google. Yeah, it was by Google.
So now we're going to have, an integrated Twitch and YouTube. That's what
Well, we don't know.
Well, we don't know, but that's
what I think. That's what I think, too.
That's what I think they're going towards, because, Twitch is already somewhat integrated with... I'm not integrated, but it has some features on.
Yeah, it has features where you can upload your VODs up to YouTube from Twitch automatically, or you can tell your YouTube subscribers that you're live streaming. And
right, and that works with every single video you have.
Yeah,
right?
every single video in your library. So I don't know. I think initial reaction for me was just ooh, I was actually kind of excited.
Yeah, I think honestly we were excited because we don't use Twitch that much.
Yeah.
So we don't.
We watch plenty of Twitch, but we don't. We're not we don't get on our accounts and talk on the chat. Yeah. It's not our daily part of our life.
So we don't really know the inner workings of Twitch besides clicking on the little pictures there.
Yeah.
So we don't know exactly, but for me, it was okay, maybe it'll make it easier for us to go into Twitch. You know what I mean?
Because because YouTube's live streaming. Sorry, YouTube sucks. It's honestly.
How can you say that?
No. No, honestly, it's really bad because the options were very limited as far as. I've live streamed on YouTube. I still have old live streams up on the channel.
Right, the comments.
Yeah,
are disgusting, right?
Yeah, here's a couple of things. You couldn't put your bitrate, at precise amount that you wanted. It was kind of you had to work around that. The comments weren't live. You had to refresh them yourself. So it would, if for example you would type a comment and then it would say, there would be a little thing on the bottom that said 10 new comments, click here, so you have to click
the rolling comments.
Yeah, it wasn't a rolling automatically refreshing comment section.
Which I always saw. To be honest, the live comments seem kind of weird to me because there's so much. Especially, there's some moments when something happens where you get literally 1,000 comments in 10 seconds. So it's how does the person can't read it? In my head it would work to maybe 50 at a time, so you can actually look through them. But at the same time, they're not looking at the chat the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's better. I guess I do like it that they just randomly catch something and it makes whatever they catch funnier or more fun in general.
Yeah, I think the reason it works for YouTube right now is because people don't get that many viewers. I don't know how it would work if you're getting 1,000 comments at once. I don't know if it could store all that so fast. I don't know if it would fucking break the comment section.
And it would especially because these people wouldn't be able to refresh all quickly because they're either playing or doing something on stream, so they wouldn't be able to refresh. So they would probably have 10,000 messages by the time they look at it.
Yeah. And the stuff that you could do on YouTube too is just even not just the comments, but just using your XSplit or Open Broadcaster, which makes it easier to live stream. It was harder to do that with YouTube. You would have to for example on XSplit XSplit is probably one of the most used broadcaster for live streaming, and you can put your overlay, your webcam and all that, and they had built-in functions with Twitch, where you can just click, I'm live streaming on Twitch. But if you wanted to do it to YouTube, you would have to tell YouTube to give you a custom code for you to input. It was one of those come on, man,
make it easy. Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. So that's gonna be that's the thing. Excuse me. That's the thing I'm worried about. That they're gonna be trying to implement these things that didn't work for them, but they think is a good idea.
Google Plus.
Yeah. Oh my. Please, no Google Plus. Google Plus isn't horrible, but I don't even go on. I don't use those things in general. It's I use YouTube. That's it.
Google Plus is just Yeah, it's just not that it's horrible. It's just that they try to shove it. And whenever somebody tries to shove anything down your throat,
That's why Facebook was so good because everyone went to it. Twitter. I mean, now there's this. All these things are trying to be integrated because that's how the market is right, or that's how the business is right now. They're all trying to work together.
Yeah.
And it's just like, really, I don't want to.
I'm like, fuck that. You're shoving it down my throat. I hate it, man. What's it called? But I think one thing I just wanted to discuss about it was just kind of like positives and negatives. Already we're starting. I mean, obviously, people's reactions are. You already anytime anything happens on the internet, everybody's like, "Oh no, fuck!" Everybody reacts negatively, which is just a common.
And then everyone reaction. Also reacts positively. Yeah. Like it's one of those things that like sometimes you find like depending on who you are and where you are, you only find the negative comments, and then you only find the positive comments. I always find that extremely interesting. Like.
Well, YouTube is negative. Or like Twitter negative. Like just like they ruined Twitch. They ruined. But okay, we already saw some of the side effects, so it's already going into play. So on Twitch already, we're seeing that their VODs are starting to restructure. So if there's copyrighted music in the VODs, which is videos on demand, which is like after you live stream,
the videos are there.
The videos are there for you to watch. So now what's happening is that Twitch is scanning these videos for
I guess YouTube and Google are maybe scanning.
Yeah, I mean I think they're giving Twitch a certain autonomy. Like they're still like
okay.
So because
so
that's what
they're still somewhat they're not sovereign, but
like they're kind of sovereign to themselves basically. Like I think Google so far that's what is happening because Twitch is still it's not like. Like when YouTube was bought out by Google, the three main heads were gone. Like the three guys who invented YouTube were gone, and then it was new people. That's not happening with Twitch. But anyways, they're scanning the VODs, and if they find one copyrighted song, they'll mute it.
Oh, okay.
For 30 minutes. 30 minutes, which right now seems like what the fuck? Like 30 minutes?
It's probably one of those things they need to get used to the system. Maybe they'll get it down because they do the on short videos. If you have a copyrighted song, you can get the song removed. Yeah. So I mean, maybe they'll end up doing something like that. But then again, these are like most people that stream are like 6 hours.
Yeah, streams, it's marathon streams. So if you want to be a good streamer, you have to stream like 6-8 hours a day.
And at least they're not cutting down they're not actually affecting your broadcast itself.
Yeah, and that's what people can be mad about this VOD shit, but if you're gonna be real, VODs on Twitch is you don't go there for VODs, you go there for the live stream. Some people do watch. I've watched VODs just because.
But I'm not gonna sit there for 6 hours. Not live. You know? I don't know. Even though I don't comment, so it doesn't really matter. It shouldn't matter. But it's one of those things that I'd rather watch it just live. For some reason, it feels just better.
And that's just the nature of life. It's just sports. I don't like watching a rebroadcast. It doesn't. Sometimes on ESPN Classic they'll show a game that happened 20 years ago, and it was a great game, but it just doesn't have the same.
Yeah, it doesn't have that. Like movies or TV shows, they can't they don't have that same effect.
Yeah, the experience. Part of the experience is that being there when it happens.
Right. So you can see. I mean, because I haven't seen the VODs very much, but the comments aren't there. Right?
Yeah, no, they're not. They're
so that's when because I like having the comment. I know a lot of people might not like comments, but I really like having the comments there and just seeing people's reaction. Yeah. And I've been liking a lot of people that actually put the comments in their video, so I can full screen it instead of having to keep it minimized. Yeah. I really like that. It's pretty cool.
I think that's good too, because it plays to the whole what we're talking about now, which is watching it live is what makes it unique. Otherwise, it'd just be YouTube. Otherwise, there'd be no difference.
And YouTube doesn't have these 6 hour live things really on that I've maybe it does. I don't see any though.
I mean, people some people have tried it, but it's not, the audience isn't there for it. Mm-hmm. It's just not the same. So now I think positives. What I'm hoping is that the first and foremost, what we mentioned already, is that they don't start scanning live things. Because I think that'll be too hard. If they start scanning live videos for copyrighted stuff, it'll just ruin Twitch. Because at that point you gotta start muting like not only songs that you play, because a lot of people play songs.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
and then,
these people are playing games, and sometimes, you know, not that there's nothing going on, but it's good to have. I mean, people play with music in the background all the time. It just helps them. So it's like they're not if they can't have music, they'll find another thing they can stream on.
But like that's the thing. Not only that about the songs they play, but then they're gonna have to start muting in-game audio too.
Oh, you're right, because that could be copyrighted as well.
Which we know very well.
Yeah.
So if they start doing that, then Twitch is done. And I understand copyright, man. I'm not hating against any artist who wants to copyright their music.
Yeah.
I just think that their thought process, these companies are backward. Because like if you're watching a live stream, say if you're watching Nate Shot, you know, obviously Nate Shot's a big live streamer. Say you're watching Nate Shot and he plays some song and you never heard the song before. Does that mean, are you more likely to get that song now, buy it on iTunes or something? Or are you just like, okay, I heard the song, now I'm never like I don't, you know, what, it's exposure. Like I don't, you know, their thought process.
I mean, some of these people, I mean, granted, Nate Shot streams on MLG.
Yeah.
But some of these people stream and they get like 11,000, 10,000 people watching them consistently for you know, at least an hour, if not more. And then they have more people too, so it's just you're getting 1,000 people live, 10,000 people live.
Yeah,
like
exposure, good, like, good companies, not bad. But that's my only hope. If they don't take that away, they can honestly make so many more other changes. It wouldn't even matter. That to me, that's the number one thing that can't change. As far as positives that can happen, like if Twitch can become the YouTube live stream function, that would be amazing. Like if you can just directly stream on YouTube, so
it comes up in the subscription.
Yeah, like not only that, yeah, like just like if your video, your live stream Twitch will pop up in your page on your like page, like that would be amazing because that's what happens on YouTube now. Like if you live stream from YouTube, it'll be like your featured
and it'll say
video.
Live, yeah.
It'll say live and it'll be your featured video on your channel.
Yeah,
so
it'd be
like,
cool. There's like and people, instead of having, I mean, I don't know if it would work for them, but instead of having like, because I don't know how many people are on Twitch, but I have a feeling more people are on YouTube in general.
Yeah.
So I mean, they might have a section now where they have live events. So you just, similar to when you go on Twitch, it just has all that stuff.
Yeah.
That'll be on YouTube now. You can just click there and they'll be working together. But I don't know if that'll be like conflicting or I don't know, maybe it will.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to tell until, I mean, because there's a live section now if you put it on. Like I can activate it now on the channel.
Oh, okay.
And put live stuff right now from YouTube, you know.
From YouTube though.
So yeah, so I'm saying like if they have that live section with the Twitch integrated, perfect. And then if Google can help Twitch fix their VOD system, their VODs might actually be a factor. Like, or like if YouTube just becomes your Twitch VOD section or something.
Okay,
like
so the videos like, I see what you mean. So instead of having the library stocked on Twitch, it'll come through YouTube, and then YouTube will handle the VODs.
If it's completely integrated, fine. Google Plus, I don't give a fuck because
we
already I'm already adapted to it. I had to adapt to it. I know a lot of people refuse to.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, like even if you don't like even if you're not gonna use it, it's one of those things like it's not doing anything really. It's just helping them pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not really. I don't know how it's hurting the people that sign up. I mean, it didn't hurt me when I.
Yeah, it was just that extra.
It was a hassle.
It was an annoyance. It was more of an annoyance.
But once you get it over with, I mean, there is still stuff that's annoying, but it's just like that's how it's gonna be. Unfortunately if you don't like it, you have to go find something else.
Yeah, I mean to me, and there's nothing else, and there is nothing else. That's the main issue, and that's what happened. Like I had to adjust. I wasn't happy when Google Plus they integrated. I was probably like the last day because they kept giving you messages saying like, oh, you have until whatever to switch over to Google Plus, and I didn't do it till the last day possible. And whatever, I still don't use Google Plus, but now it's just attached to it. Now I just sign in just like I always did. There's nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna fight it, then everybody should have fought it in the beginning, which
Yeah,
some
it's
people
too-
did.
yeah.
Now it's like it's part of it. It's not even that bad. Like I like the way the new notifications work. Like at first I didn't understand it, but now that I do, I like how they work because it's a lot easier to see my comments now from the notifications than it used to be.
Yeah,
So like,
I think the thing that bothers a lot of people, and what bothers me, especially if it's going to happen to Twitch, is just that it's like they're monopolizing it all.
Yeah,
And it's like,
and the forcing you to do like, I don't want to be forced to do anything,
Exactly, I
which
mean-
I completely understand.
like they should definitely have like, instead of hassling you, they should just like, I mean, I guess it would still be hassling, but not force you to switch. Just have it like a notification that pops up on the side, like, oh, would you like to attach your account to Twitch? Like a lot of like, you know, when you sign up for like any websites or something, they'll be like, oh, do you want to attach your Facebook and stuff?
Yeah,
you don't have to.
Yeah.
But
if
you
you
could.
want to,
They should have that instead
Yeah.
of having. Like, I can't even change my name now because I have to go through Google Plus, and I don't know how Google Plus works.
Yeah.
So I can't even change my name.
Yeah, it's stupid, man. That part of it is ridiculous because it just doesn't make any sense why they would try to hassle their own clientele. They're like that way, and I'm sure they're gonna do that. They're gonna, because that's what they did with Google Plus. They're like, oh, if you want to, you can attach Google Plus.
And
like,
then
well, thank you.
You don't want to sign up? Okay.
Yeah, well, thank you, Google. I mean, I don't want it now. That's fine, thank you. And then they just kept asking you. You're like, bro, I thought I told you earlier. I don't want Google Plus.
And then they start putting their foot in the door.
Yeah. Then one day you're just on the floor. They already knocked you out, and they're like, you're getting Google Plus, motherfucker. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it all works out. I'm excited about positive things that can happen. I'm just gonna be optimistic about it. I'm already seeing some of the negatives. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse. I know a lot of people who live on Twitch, like that's their TV really, so hopefully the changes aren't too extreme.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
This next thing I was really excited about was Assassin's Creed Rogue. So
I heard it. You told me about it earlier.
yeah, so I think this is crazy, and not many companies have done this. So obviously we're in a transition year. We're leading now more toward the new consoles as opposed to the old PS4 and Xbox Ones are gonna
just like every generation.
Yeah.
It always happens.
Yeah, and honestly, the PS3 and the Xbox 360 have lasted way longer than any other consoles.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those things where the technology is good enough to last for however long.
Yeah.
But they're bringing out this other technology that a lot of people don't feel is much different. So it's like, because from PS2 to PS3, big difference.
Yeah.
And it's now it's just like, oh, okay.
Some of them were a big difference. I think
Yeah,
I don't know. I
it
kind of
depends because
I think we were talking about this earlier too, because from the PS2 to the PS and the Xbox to the Xbox 360, there's a big difference now. But when it first came out, I think we forget how kind of close the graphics were.
I guess it was the graphics, but I guess in my mind it was more the online
that was what we were talking about, because we're like, where are the real jumps? Like we're saying, like we're like Super Nintendo, like Nintendo to Super Nintendo was a graphical jump. It was still 2D platformer, still the same thing. It just looked better.
And then 64 came along.
Yeah, when the 64,
PS1.
that was from 2D to 3D. That's a complete jump. And you're right about this generation. It's kind of like, all right, it's just better graphics. What can we really do? More, bigger size of maps, whatever, with great graphics. But it was really interesting what they're doing here, and I'm surprised more companies didn't do it. So let me get to the point. Assassin's Creed Unity is coming out for the Xbox One and the PS4 exclusively next gen. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, why aren't they making it for the previous gen?" And just a little side tangent, before I get to back to Assassin's Creed. I'm one of those people. I want them to make next gen only.
You're one of those? Oh God, no! Because you're one of those people that probably can get.
I mean, it's not only because I can afford it right now, because this is what I do for a living anyway. But my whole point is like, if I'm gonna buy a next gen console, there should be no way that I can play Unity on the Xbox 360. There should if it's a next gen game, there should be no way that the Xbox 360 or the PS3 can handle it. Period.
And that's why I hate transitional periods, because it's like they don't really know how to handle it.
Yeah.
So they're trying to lean it in as like, you know, and it doesn't. Like, something. I mean, it works obviously because it's been working for the last 3 times, 3 times that we've done it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you're right. It's like you don't want that, but at the same time, if you don't have the next system, you do want games for your
the previous
system.
yeah.
Especially if you know you can't afford the next system until like 3 years down the line or something, like like some people.
And I understand that. I mean, I've been there too. Like when I wasn't doing YouTube, there was no reason for me to just buy next. Like I was always, when people had the GameCube, I had the 64. You know, when people had the Xbox 360, I had a GameCube.
Yeah.
Like,
I always got the system when it was at its last markdown price.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when the GameCube, I mean, like when it was still like still being in production. Like when the GameCube was $100, that's when I bought it.
Yeah.
When it was still, you know, making games for it, and when the Wii was $100, that's when I bought it.
That's when you bought it. I remember that Christmas. Those were some good prices that Christmas.
That was awesome.
But yeah, I want them to make next gen games. But anyways, so what Ubisoft did is they're making a completely 100% different game for the previous gen. So that, I think that's cool, because that's still saying, hey, you know what? For all you guys who still have 360 and still don't want to get an Xbox One, and for all you guys who still have a PS3 and don't want to get a PS4, we're gonna make a game just for you guys. And it's not only going to be a watered-down version of the other one. It's just a completely different experience tailored for you.
So now those people that sold their Xbox 360 are going to have to buy it to play this.
Yeah, that's right. It's money, baby. That's what they need. That's how you make money.
Yeah, I also like it. The new Borderlands game, a lot of, like, they could have easily just made it next gen.
Yeah.
But they made it this gen. One, because the developers themselves said it's not really a new game. Like, it's just a new story, pretty much. So they wanted it to be on the same. So I really like that. I mean, so it is cool that some people are actually okay with the last generation. They're not super money hungry right now.
No, that's cool too, because like we played Destiny, the beta. Honestly, looks the same on all
there definitely looks like shit compared when you watch it. When you're looking at when you were playing on the PS4 or Xbox One with Evil, and I was playing over there with Onyx and them. I was just like, God, this looks horrible.
I would not even say that. I think they look really similar.
Yeah, but I mean, but it is one of those, like, there is graphical differences a little bit, like,
just a little bit, but
and you can only tell when you're have them side by side. When you're playing it, you don't feel anything.
You don't feel a damn thing, which is
it feels the same. It plays the same. I mean, it looks pretty much exactly the same, except unless, like I said, you're comparing it.
It's like a couple of pixels different.
Yeah.
And so I'm not saying Bungie's money hungry, which, I mean, they should be. Make your money. I always believe in making your money anyway. But like that's the opposite example of like the Borderlands. Like Borderlands, you know what? Our game is not next gen, so we're just we're gonna do previous gen. But it's not gonna be a next gen.
I believe it's not.
Okay, well, you might be wrong. I mean, I don't know.
Well, okay, I know for sure it's on this gen because I'm buying it for this gen.
But I just well, of course, yeah. You get it on the 360, and I'm buying every game on the 360 until they no longer produce games on the 360.
I'm gonna like call Microsoft up and be like, "Can you guys make me like a special copy? I'll pay whatever you want."
Can I get Halo 5 on the 360, please? Yeah, some people were commenting. Not to bash you guys, but some people were commenting, like, for example, on the Halo Master Chief Collection announcement thing. They're like, "Why isn't it on the 360?" And then I was just like, "What?" I didn't even answer.
On the 360.
They're like, exactly. And that's what the other subscribers, they're like, "Bro, like, you can get all these games on the 360 right now
for cheaper than you're gonna pay for the next one."
Like, if you want to play it, then buy them. Like,
they're gonna feel the same.
Well, they're not gonna look as good.
They're not gonna look as good, but they're gonna feel the same. I mean, because I thought, was it all of them? They're upping the graphics, or was it just Halo 2?
No, okay, so because a lot of people have said this is a ripoff. I'm not saying you're saying that, but I'm saying people have said that, and I'm gonna make the argument right now why it's not. For one. And you saw this on The Last of Us. Playing at 60 frames per second is way different than playing at 30 frames per second. And you know that, you play a lot of fighting games. shooting games especially, 60 frames is a big deal. All Halo games are 30 frames per second. They will now be 60 frames. I could care less about the 1080p. I don't give a fuck. The 60 frames is a big ass deal, and it takes a lot of power to do that.
Yeah, so there's no, I mean...
Yeah, and okay, second of all, Halo 2 is being remastered completely, which means it's getting up in graphics, getting brand new cutscenes created by Blur, also getting brand new epilogue and prologue, and getting brand new terminals, and 6 maps are being remade. On top of all that, it's getting it all unified on one disc. Like, that's not a ripoff.
No,
like,
you know, I would definitely buy it if I had a next gen system.
Yeah,
that's not. But I was just thinking because I mean, when I first saw it, I know in my head, I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but I was like, are they gonna remake all of them? It's only Halo 2.
Yeah, they're only remaking Halo 2, and then they're porting over the other ones, but the other ones are gonna get a graphical boost because of the
port. But that's what I guess that was my point. That like, unless you're gonna be playing Halo 2 a lot, their games aren't gonna look extremely different from the last gen.
They'll look like marginally better, the same way that Destiny looks better. You know, like it's gonna look a little bit better, but Halo 2 should look definitely better.
Which is gonna be kind of weird if you're playing it in order. You're like playing this.
Well, actually, from what I saw, Halo 2 Anniversary kind of looks like Halo 4. Like, like it looks more like an Xbox 360 Anniversary Edition. It doesn't necessarily look like it's gonna be like next gen graphics. So I don't think it's gonna be that jarring. The cutscenes will, because the cutscenes are gonna be completely CG. Yeah. We jumped completely off track.
So Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
The game. So I haven't honestly seen like trailers for Rogue at all.
So they released the announcement trailer, which is really cool. So this particular game, so if you know, Unity is going to be in French Revolution. So this is really interesting what they did, because Rogue is going to take place during the 7 Years' War in America, which is, they're going to tie everything together between Assassin's Creed 3, Black Flag, and Unity. So it's actually going to be, they said that it's not, you don't have to play Rogue to understand Unity, but if you play it, it'll connect all the things together. And I thought that was really cool, because I love when they cross generation console, then like they connect stories together. I really love that shit. Like, and it's just cool to be getting 2 unique games in 1 year. I also commented on the channel saying like I kind of feel like I'm being robbed for my money in a way, just because anytime like, any game company does something like that, it's just like you're just taking my money. But I don't know, Assassin's Creed, I don't know. I just like the series, so I don't mind buying.
The story's good. The gameplay is, you know, it's, some people might not like it because it's like a weird kind of stealth.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird kind of stealth, but you can also go like, you know, all out. So I mean, but it is really fun. So I mean, I'm just waiting to see how they do this, because what's his name was dead at one of the games. So it's just like, what's gonna happen now?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, like Desmond Miles is dead. Spoiler.
If you whatever.
I don't care. Like, I don't care if I spoiled it for you. Whatever. Desmond Miles died in part 3, but part 4 continued the story without him. And the way part 4 did the story, they can just make an infinite amount of games. Like part 4 set up an infinite amount of stories. Yeah,
so that's why I'm very curious now. Like, now that they're, you know, having this Rogue and they're gonna be combining this, I'm very super interested now to see what they end up with. Like, what's gonna be happening now? Like,
because the thing is, we never got the payoff for the whole Desmond story. For me, like, for anybody who played Assassin's Creed, it's like
I started 4, so I didn't get into Desmond.
Yeah, so like the thing about it's like everybody who played Assassin's Creed loved the assassin part, hated the Desmond Miles part, but then there was this promise like the story of Desmond was kind of building up, but like it kind of didn't really pay off in the end. It was kind of like, all right, whatever. Like, it was cool. Hopefully maybe they tie it back together, but whatever. Who cares? So the Wii U, we're gonna talk about the Wii U a little bit, and 2 different arenas. First, there's one story that came out which I think is hilarious. Black Ops 2, which came out 2 years ago.
Oh yeah. I don't know how many of you know that game.
Black Ops 2 came out
It's 2 years old. God damn.
2 years ago, and just now, the Wii U got Nuketown.
Zombie, right?
I don't know if it was Zombie.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the other. I was just like,
just Nuketown, like yeah, like they just
as a
got
free
Nuketown.
DLC or as the required free DLC.
To me, it just shows you how fucking far behind the Wii U is and Nintendo is on online gaming. Like that's fucking ridiculous. Like
Mario Kart Wii though.
even that, like I mean, Mario Kart Wii is fun, really fun. Wii U is fun. 8. Mario Kart 8.
I don't know. Yeah,
Mario Kart 8 is fun, and the online is fun just because the game is fun. But like,
the online honestly sucks.
It's just like there's nothing to it. It's just a matchmaking. You don't get to talk to people. You get to just say
okay.
you say like predetermined
awesome.
messages.
Yeah, I never liked that. Like,
yeah, come on, man. Like stop protecting these children. If you want to protect the children, the parents will put child protection on whatever.
Yeah, that's our Xbox. That's why our Xbox kids are so good, Mike.
Yes,
because the parents know what they're doing with the Xbox.
Well, Nintendo would make it
the
more. The
kids lock out the parents from the Xbox.
Dude, no, Nintendo could find a way to make it
Yeah.
happen. They could make it happen, but they're just too lazy to.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing that was crazy to me is, and we've argued about this before. So a dev, Dan Edelman.
Okay.
A Nintendo dev. He recently left Nintendo.
Right, I read the story.
Right, and then what did he say?
He said he was mentioning like the lack of. I think the numbers were. He said that the Wii U is selling so bad because of its name. And he said it would sell twice as much more.
Yeah.
So it's basically because of the name, it's only selling half of what it could.
Now, how much do you put into that? Like, how important is a name?
It is important. I think a name for something is extremely important, but it's Nintendo. Like, you know what I mean?
Like that name, Nintendo
yeah,
also carries weight.
Yeah, and I mean the Wii U isn't the Wii isn't a horrible name. I didn't think so.
Yeah.
The Wii U. I mean, it's not creative, but it's not like it's not the worst. PS4, PlayStation 4. It's like you know what I mean. Like it's not the worst name in the world.
Well, my response, Dan Edelman, former developer of Nintendo, I say to you, sir, that you are exactly right and you are a fucking genius because if the Nintendo Wii U had a different name, for example, the Nintendo Revolution,
which was what it's supposed to be called,
which was what the Nintendo Wii was originally called, or if it was called the Nintendo Wii 2, even the Wii 2,
okay,
or W2.
So you do like the Wii name though?
I don't mind the Wii. The thing is, Wii U, like, how many people? This is so funny because how many fucking people didn't know? I didn't even fucking know, dude. And I follow this shit. Didn't know that the Wii U was a brand new console.
To be honest, the reason I knew a lot of people didn't know or didn't realize it was a new console. It's because they only show the controller.
Exactly.
That was really bad on their part.
That's bad marketing.
Like
man.
They should have shown the console. Because that's the thing. Like, I guess the Xbox 360 they do change their name completely, and this is kind of weird. But I think the biggest thing that hurt Nintendo was them only showing the controller.
Yeah.
I'm sure millions of people went out saying they want the Wii U, thinking it was just a controller for the Wii.
Yeah, like thinking it was like an attachment.
Exactly.
And they show up, to Best Buy or
it's
GameStop.
Like $400, $300.
Yeah, they're like, can we get that Wii U controller? Like, and they're like, yeah, it's $300. What the fuck?
They give you like a Wii U. Like.
Yeah, you're like, whoa. There's no way. Like, dude, I thought it was like $100 max, like not fucking $300.
And the gamepad itself is $100, an extra one, if I'm not mistaken.
But. And dude, let me tell you right now, if you niggas don't have fucking Wii U is sick. Like honestly, it's sick. The Wii U gamepad, like that's a perfect console for like when at night when it's just like you're ready to go to bed, but you just want to chill. Maybe you can't go to sleep.
You're still playing.
Yeah, or like you had a long day at work or something, and whatever you just want to chill. You can lay in your bed, play on your little gamepad, play some Mario Kart. Yeah, like it's fucking sick, man. Like
you were playing. I remember there were nights where you were playing Wind Waker.
Yeah, I was playing. I was like, cause it came with the console, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hit. I was just gonna try it out. Next thing I know, I played it for like an hour, and then every night before I went to bed, I was just tired. I was just like, oh, I'll just bust out Wind Waker, see what's up. Like, yeah, man. Anybody.
I mean, it's weird. Like, I wouldn't buy this for a kid. To be honest, the gamepad isn't worth it for a kid. I think because it's a little bit like
It's fragile.
It's not necessarily fragile, but I just don't think kids can handle it. Just like tablets in general. I don't think kids are ready for tablets.
Yeah.
It's funny that this is a kids gaming system.
Yeah, because I mean, like they learn fast, but to me, it's just fragile. Like if you drop that shit, I think it's done. Like
yeah,
so,
and Nintendo. I mean, they've had good systems before. You can drop it and it's fine. But yeah, this one is their most fragile. But I mean, getting away from that, I mean, yeah, the main thing I think hurt it was their commercials.
Yeah, I agree. And like even when they revealed it, they just showed the gamepad like.
And like because the system was probably there, but they had the gamepad in the front. It's just like
never saw. I honestly didn't even know what the system looked like until I bought it. Like because I realized that it was a whole new console. Like I don't know, a couple of weeks after it was revealed, because I read articles like, oh, it's a new console. Like I thought it was just
the next step in motion.
Yeah, so I mean, I agree with this guy. He's absolutely right. The name sucks for one. Like the name, you're right about the marketing, but the name does suck. And like the name would have helped if it was like the Wii 2 or just a different name.
I guess, you know. But yeah, see, but I think like that's the thing. Like I think it stems from the marketing more than the name. I don't know, whatever. It's one of those things like chicken and egg.
I mean, like if you called the next Xbox the Xbox 360 U, what did you think? Is just an attachment to the Xbox 360?
What if it was just like the Xbox U?
That would be different. That's what I'm saying. The key word is Wii. Like Wii is still in there. So if you're gonna do Wii, then it has to be like 2. That's why the number. That's why PS3, that's why it works. I don't know. I'm not a fucking marketing genius. I don't know. But to me, it just seems like
numbers.
Yeah, like to me, it works fine. Like everybody was expecting Xbox 720, and if they would have gone with that, that would have been perfect too. I don't think the One is a bad name at all, just because it's just different. Like it doesn't matter. But like if it was like the Xbox 360 X, and that's supposed to be their new console, that would not have worked. So like like it would not have worked at all.
But yeah, you're right. It would. I guess the name does matter. I mean, I'm sure though they would have marketed it different because they wouldn't have that pad.
Yeah.
If they marketed it just like a controller, I think it would have the same effect.
Yeah. I'm saying the marketing. I agree with you. It was more important, but the name sucked too.
Okay. But half the sales? I don't think.
Yeah, that's a big. He's just saying that's a big number.
No, yeah, that's true.
But I think significant amount of sales. Yeah, maybe like a 4 if you could say.
Okay.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week back on the podcast. We'll be going back to weekly podcasts. We had to take a break because we were really busy with The Last of Us. All right, so we'll see you guys next week on the Nerds with Glasses podcast. I am Knowledge.
I'm Javi.
And
see you guys.
Peace.